I want to talk to you guys about, honestly, how, in my opinion, Activision Blizzard has really just been straight up shit in the bed. And I'm not going to cookie cutter it with you. I'm not going to, BS and read some type of script. I'm going to tell you my personal feelings on how I've been feeling about it, because I really feel like they haven't been doing a good job. World of Warcraft aside, they're doing okay over there. So there's no issues with WoW in this video. There's really just issues of just the company as a whole when it comes to the other games, such as Overwatch, such as, Diablo 4, such as even Call of Duty, right? If you look at the list of games right now in comparison to the competitor games out there, especially like Path of Exile 2 and Marvel Rivals, they are shitting the bed. They are not living up to what these other competitors are doing. And I think competition is a necessary thing in gaming, no matter what. It's very important to have competition because it creates a good, healthy environment of players just being involved of an ARPG scene or a hero shooter scene or, a first-person shooter scene, no matter what, etc., right? But I think right now, when you look at Diablo 4 hasn't been that engaging for quite some time. Even after all the updates and all the little intricacies that they try to make the end game a little bit more fun, and especially with the Vessel of Hatred that they put out, which did some decent numbers overall. I'm not going to lie, that it had like 3 million plus players come back, but then it went back down to a very, sustainable number. If you look at Twitch right now, look at the views of Diablo 4. I had to scroll down all the way to the bottom of the pit, like I was looking for the last Cheeto in a bag or the last fry in a Burger King bag. I couldn't find it. And it was 400 views. 400 views for Diablo 4. I'm like, bro, something's got to be wrong on Twitch. I mean, it's only, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Surely this is not really the truth, right? But let me look at Path of Exile 2. Maybe it just, it's the views are not that crazy, right? 80,000 views for an early access. Compared to Diablo 4, which just came out with one of their big, DLCs, Vessel of Hatred. 400 views? Now, here's the thing. You're probably saying, oh, you can't take streamer popularity into account and, the high views. I look at it like this. When I go to Rotten Tomatoes, I look at the tomato meter. I look at that being bullshit. When I look at that, the actual, popcorn meter, the fans, the actual real critics, the people that are watching the movie giving a good review, I look at that more than anything because I'm not going to compare it to the tomato meter, which I think is complete BS more than to begin with. So in retrospect, I'm going to look at the views because that matters more than anything in my personal opinion, regardless of just the sales. So I look at the views and I'm like, wow, PoE 2 is completely shitting on Diablo 4. And why is that? Because PoE 2 is a better game. It has more freedom of expression, unparalleled depth. Grinding Gear Games been spending years on making this formula work for the players so they can feel respected of mastering the game, of exploring any build that they want to. And not just focus on monetization, even though there is some optional things in there that I think are a little pricey, but it is what it is, right? People got to make their buck. But in D4's case, they're nowhere where they once were with Diablo 2, and they'll never be at that. Hell, even D2 Resurrected is a better game in my opinion than D4. And that's just me personally, just spitting off the shit here, just letting you guys know, right? Overwatch 2, let's talk about it. Basically just a patch update to Overwatch 1. We could call it Overwatch 1.5. Nothing special about it. What happened to the PvE mode? Down the drain. However, though, in retrospect, I think Overwatch tried their best to do what they can, but unfortunately failed to meet the market. And now you look at games like Marvel Rivals, which has been killing it with millions of players playing their game, overly enjoying the game with simple mechanics, redefining fun team-based strategy, of a roster full of beloved characters. Everybody knows a lot of Marvel characters. Even if you don't like Marvel, you could say there's one Marvel character you look at and he's pretty cool, right? And it just prioritizes fun over just constantly grinding, and it's quickly becoming a fan favorite all over social media, wherever you look at. Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, doesn't matter where you're looking, Marvel Rivals is there and people are enjoying it, right? And what I'm basically getting at is that, unfortunately, Overwatch 2 has lost sense of their community against the Marvel Rivals fan base as well, where Marvel Rivals is just thriving, it's exciting, it's new, it's fun, it's fast-paced, it's enjoyable, and it's not promising anything that's not going to deliver, unlike Overwatch 2 and what it did with their Overwatch 1 fan base. And if you look at it now, Marvel Rivals has over 100,000+ people watching their game. They're one of the highest viewed games on Twitch right now. Especially after its honeymoon phase of just like the first, week. It was going to last as a good game or not. It's past that already. And now you look at Overwatch 2, it had a low number before they released their free skins and everything they're offering with their new season. They're currently at 50,000 players right now, which is actually pretty damn good. But I think in the long run, Overwatch 2 is going to lose a lot of players, and Marvel Rivals is going to suck up that community as well. And unfortunately, it's just the way it works. And honestly, the big thing is this. When you make a game that you don't leave trust into your player base, and you constantly don't do nothing that your player base wants, and you don't heed to their recommendations, and you just continuously are conflict by controversies, and you prioritize these profits over your own players, you don't focus on any quality or delivering anything in your game like these other companies have been doing. Like grinding your games, like NetEase has been doing with Marvel Rivals, you know? And unfortunately, it goes to show you that studios that prove and respect their player base is not just based on good ethics, but it's good for business. And people will want to invest into your game and want to be a part of it more and more. And then you even look at your other games like Call of Duty, which have been losing players constantly, and they're losing a good amount of those players to players wanting to switch over to Marvel Rivals as well. Even your own big creators in your scene of Call of Duty are jumping over to Marvel Rivals because they know that game over there is just much more fun. It respects their time. It's something that is just enjoyable. You can hop on with your friends and not really, bullshit around any situation. Hell, even Epic Games with Fortnite put out OG Fortnite, and look what happened with Epic Games. People are coming back to Epic Games and they're playing Fortnite again, and they're seeing a surge of millions of players wanting to play their game again because they know that's what the game people loved. OG Fortnite, they really enjoyed the bare bones of the game that respected players' time to just hop on and have some fun. And I'm telling you right now, Blizzard, if you don't shapen up, if you don't heed to your gamers, if you don't heed and listen to the players saying, listen, we want improvements for our game, you're not going to thrive in the long run. You're going to lose a lot of players to your competitors who are going to go over there and be a part of those companies and never look back at what Blizzard once was because Activision Blizzard's mistakes. And I'm just telling you, that's just the way it is. Call of Duty has been, forgive my French, but shit for so long. And also look at fucking Overwatch 2. Shit for so long. Look at any other games like Diablo 4. Shit for so long. They're just not fun. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's just the facts from a person who's going to tell you how it is. And that's just the truth. No filter, uncapped, raw, and being honest with you. I'm sorry if that's, offends you, any person who works for Activision Blizzard that maybe watches the channel, but I'm just being honest. It's crazy how World of Warcraft's the only thing you guys got going for you right now. Blows my mind, but who knows? Maybe you might fuck up there too as well. At the end of the day, I just wish the best for, the players in all these different franchises that I mentioned, because, they just want their games to be fun. They want their games to be good. They want to be heard and understood. And I think that's the most important quality of the day to take heed of, Activision, because right now you guys have a lot of cracks in your armor. There's tons of articles that are being posted out there that are just shitting all over your game. It's not good. It's not a good look. So that's all I got to say for today. Much love to you. Keep on keeping on. Thank you for enjoying the videos as always. And as always, amigos, locking in. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure to have your Christmas Grand cookies when you dip it with milk. Papa Tello loves you. Mwah. Much love to you. Editor, don't think I forgot about your bitch ass. I'll beat you with this brush.